You know, the soundtrack in this game doesn't kick in often, but when it does, it has a way of being really eerie. Has a way of coming in when the world is at its stillest, too. Alright, let's, I saw an artifact over here, saw a bunch, in fact. And we're gonna see what we can do before we move on. Now, today, this mood is kind of appropriate because we are going to be entering the infamous X-18 lab to figure out what's going on there. However, there's a couple of preparations that we're gonna have to make before we do that. First of all, I've got to sell some of what I've got on me, and I also want to get myself a better shotgun, which I think I may have seen a couple of people who are willing to sell them. Now, I've actually been thinking, when we see artifacts in anomaly clusters, is it not a valid tactic to just shoot them out? I mean, they seem to have physics. We can get you over that rail segment. I can't even be sure if we're hitting you right now. Sometimes. But you should now be retrievable, right? There we go. That's a whole thing that's not really worth it for me to wander through. But in the last episode, we actually gained quite a significant upgrade in our man versus man power. But mutants are still a whole other story, and who knows what's down in those tunnels. We know that there are bandits in the base above. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping that that's all that's down there. It would be a huge help to us. Huh, I finally heard the beginning of that quote. I'd always thought it was from S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but I'd never heard it before. Before we stall our stuff, we might as well look for some of these stashes that are off the beaten path. And according to our map, there's a couple in this haunted little forest over here. Let's keep on our toes. It's dark and there's a lot of tall grass, which means bloodsuckers are quite dangerous in an environment like this. Really love how S.T.A.L.K.E.R is able to make both the countryside and urban environments work so well. And both of them seem quite suited to it. Let's just be real careful and remember that not all anomalies are visible. Ooh, a couple of nice artifacts. I get real nervous when that beeping becomes rapid. According to my PDA, there's a corpse over here. Well, I suppose the best case scenario is that you're the owner of this. There we go. And a fireball. Minus 20 radiation, but also minus 18 endurance. Well, tell you what, if we're coming back this way, we've got all these anti-radiation drugs, we've got all these anti-radiation artifacts. Maybe it would actually be a good idea to go investigate that crashed truck again. Apparently there's a stash in this tower now, come on. You know, you guys, honestly, if you just scrounged around more, you'd find so many of these things. Do you even know you're in a video game? Look at those beady white eyes glaring at us. We already shot down one of you. They're just waiting for their chance. Now, let's be ready, because this might start damaging us rapidly. But there's a stash in here as well. There. And once again, it's another nothing. Another nothing. Why? Okay. I don't understand why it's spawning these stashes with nothing in them. But let's take some of these anti-rad drugs before this kills us. And we should be good to go. Still enjoying life by the fire, buddy? Yeah, I bet. I'm still hearing gunshots over this hill, and apparently there is a stash here. But you guys seem friendly, maybe part of the same group? This has got to be it. Wow, I've almost found more graves that were stashes than not. Really encourages grave robbing. I've realized that the crosshair actually seems to get, like, bigger and smaller as I look around. Moving along this fence like this, yeah, I'm wondering if it doesn't actually relate to how close something is. I thought I saw something similar in the options, but it was turned off, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe it displays, like, an actual number or something, like a rangefinder. Either way... I want to see if you have a shotgun for sale. You don't. I could have sworn you had a better shotgun. Can I do a good deed while I'm here? What happens if I head this way towards where the bandits have always been coming from? Will that stop the attacks forever? Let's just make our way through cover to get closer. And start picking them off. Wow, that's a lot of them. But I already have to buy new ammo anyway. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Choose shots, use as few bullets as possible, and do the maximum damage out of each one. There we go. There we go. Now we got to hear it. Very exciting when bullets land near you. Let's move up and make this a little bit easier, shall we? Let's put all your heads very close together. I like that very much when you do that. Come on. The inaccuracy is killing me, though. Just one? Okay. And... Yep. Yep. Poop. And looks like we've pretty much cleared this place. Now, will that actually stop you in the long term? Who knows? Point is, I'm happy for now, and I'm sure my compatriots back at the dump are good too. If only Bess were around to see this. So what I've just realized is that what you have to do is allow yourself to be whipped around and out. That's how you get out of that. I may not have found an artifact, but I did learn a valuable lesson. You gotta work with it, and you'll be ejected.
I said come in! Don't stand there!
Let's see what Barkeep will have to say about this splash drive. Plus, I really need the ammo.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm here for the job. Great job. Award well deserved, and we get slug. That's the camp defense. No. I want to know something. What is it? What do you know about Strelok? An experienced stalker, as far as I know. He used to work through the northern exits from the zone. He was hardly ever seen here, but there are rumors that he took his group right into the center. And what about this ghost? He's one of Strelok's men. They say he can sneak in anywhere without being noticed. I heard that he took out the leader of some crazy group. What was the name? Final Day. That's the one. They were pretty wild, those boys. Oh, by the way, I heard that Ghost is doing some job for the scientists, so if you're looking for him, you can try Lake Yantar. Okay, so we're gonna follow up on that next episode. What do you know about a stalker called Fang? Was a man went by that name. Spoke with a lisp. He was a bit weird, that's for sure. Talked to himself and stuff. But he seemed like an okay guy. Haven't seen him at the bar for ages. Well, we know what happened to him. And what is the Wish Granter? Oh, that's an interesting question. I wish I knew the answer. I can tell you the legend about the Granter if you want, but you make up your own mind how much truth there is in it. Want to hear it? procrastinating until descending into the depths again. The legend is about the monolith, which may be what caused the zone to appear. When the zone exploded in '06, they evacuated people living near it, and the zone itself was cordoned off by the army. Everyone was panicking. Nobody knew what was going on. The zone was expanding, and the field labs couldn't do anything. Loads of people died there. Everyone was afraid of the radiation, which could affect half of Europe. After a few years had passed, some reckless guys like you appeared. They called themselves stalkers. They started to sneak past the army cordons, believing that there are things in the zone that would make them rich. Bit by bit, they brought out weird things. Artifacts in which eventually turned out a race for them. Scientists went after them like crazy. They paid fantastic money for just one trinket back then. Not like now. After a while, the first tales and legends about what's deep inside the zone by the tumble-down nuclear power plant started to circulate. It was also then that one of the veterans told us the story of Monolith that allegedly grants your wishes. You should have seen the hysteria. Experienced, level-headed men started trying to break through to the center. Everyone wanted something from the monolith. We got some morbid details about the first stalker who made it through to the monolith. When the zone had just appeared, many people were trapped inside and cut off from the outside world. Most of them died pretty quickly, but there were a few lucky survivors who tried to do something about it. One of these survivors found himself by the station and noticed some strange light inside. With no way back, he decided to try to get closer. He saw the broken roof of the sarcophagus and the light coming through it. He climbed up the wall and looked inside. Among the debris of metal and molten concrete, there lay a massive black rock. The monolith. The stalker managed to shake off the spell and realized that he had climbed very close to the sarcophagus, which was highly radioactive. He was scared to death, but through the fear, he could sense the monolith calling to him. The monolith called to him, and he came to see strange, unbelievable things about the monolith inside his head. Okay, consider me enthralled. I don't know what's true in this story and what's not, but the point is, the guy made a wish which came true, while the zone grew by 5 kilometers. And it seems the zone gobbles up more land for every wish that is granted. That ain't gonna stop hotshots like you. They keep trying to break through with their precious little wishes in their hearts. Well, that's quite a story. Oh my, color me fully immersed, being drawn in by this bartender's story in this dank, dark little place. A story that should make me nervous, but if anything, it just has me more curious. Alright, well, I've got a couple of things to sell you, and some things to buy. I'm gonna buy all of this ammo, because we're gonna need it. The fact that you don't have a shotgun for me is really concerning. I could have sworn I had seen one somewhere. We also have Slug, which, from the look of it, completely turns our blood to molasses. Formed by the fruit punch anomaly, the negative qualities of this artifact are compensated by the fact that it heightens coagulation of blood. According to this, there's a stash over here if we can figure out how to get at it. Maybe that could also be where we stash our extra suit. And we can also leave in this direction, yep. An ecologist suit. That might be what we're gonna get if we go down to the lab, meaning this one could potentially be sold. An SSPP-99 chemical protection suit specifically designed for the zone's conditions. It's worth a pretty penny. Yeah, we'll stash these together for now. Now, if we were to exit this way, where would that actually take us? Further north, to the army warehouses. We are working our way slowly but surely closer to the zone, but this is the area known as the Brain Scorcher. Well, look, one horrifying ghost story at a time. We've got places to be. I'm gonna have to break in a second because the lawnmowers have decided that now's the time. But I did also just realize something. Dogtail. The resistance of mutant dog skin to electricity and chemical agents has long been the subject of scientific attention. Since the animal's tail is almost completely free of fat tissue, it is especially suited for lab examination. Do you guys all have one? Huh, well, that's useful. Not all of you, but most of you, and we can sell those for a decent amount, right? Times like this, I really wish that sleep was a thing, but it seems like as luck would have it, we're making our way to the X-18 labs at night. Well, this is the situation we're in, and we're just gonna have to live with it. We've stocked up on ammo, although I'm sure not nearly enough. Did not get a better shotgun. And we're more or less on our own here. Now, we know there's bandits on the surface, but I'm not sure if they've penetrated the lab itself. Oh, great. There's a bunch of you on the way, too. Guys, I really need to save my ammo. Could we not? And this way... I can't kill you here, because I've got to kill your friends over here. There's an order, and you need to get in line. Oh, wow, this is so radioactive. So radioactive. It's a good thing we have some measure of protection. You really wanted me to go this way? Alright, well, looks like we made it. And this is the way it was recommending. Even though there was another way through from the south, it would have been a bit more on the dangerous side, presumably. More ground to cover. I don't know why. Did I just eat bread for radiation? Alright, whatever.
Your partner is being taken to the abandoned factory. That's all I know, I swear. Okay, scum. You can leave. Just don't let me see you ever again. Hey man, come up here. Help us grab our friend from these bastards.
Does that help me with clearing the bandit camp?
Follow me. I know a good place for an ambush. I'll thank you for your help. At duty, we always pay our debts.
Bullet. Well, if anything, you guys owe a debt to me for being rude, but, I suppose I'll help you. You do seem to know the way. Still, you're a sniper, so I don't think you'll be of much use in the tunnels. Wow, look at that. Looks to be a swamp on the southern edge of the plant. Hopefully we won't have to go in there, but I imagine there might be some nice artifacts, right? Also, don't look at me grabbing from this stash. Actually, maybe I'd better leave that be for now. It feels like in this game I'm always following somebody or going somewhere. It's a lot more active in its quests. Kill the bandits and rescue the duty-er. Now, my video game Far Cry brain is thinking you climbed to the top of that crane and they're not going to be able to get a good shot on you. Yes?
Hide on the other side of the road. They'll be here soon. Open fire only after I do.
Okay. How many of these are closing in? At least 3? Tension. And nothing quite like the calm before the storm.
They're coming. And here we go.
You gonna start this? They're very close to reaching me. You're gonna have to make a decision or I will. That's your man? Oh, I see. I see. There we go! It seems your planning was better than mine. I didn't realize that your guy was there.
Thank this stalker. He's the one who helped me. Come
Thanks,
over.
bro.
We'll talk.
I love the casual dialogue from these guys. Alright. Thanks. You got my partner out of there. Here, take this. It's from the bottom of my heart. Ooh, and we received a scope. Just the two of you went on a scouting raid? There was another guy, Saraga. I don't know, he's gone and I haven't heard of him. The gang must have dealt with him after all. Alright, I guess you know this area well. What's interesting here? To the north, there's a bandit camp. To the east, an old factory. To the southwest, a deserted pig farm. And some kind of gate beyond it. I can't say what's there. I've never been that far. Oh, it's the moody reign of ominousness. I need to get back into things. Anyway, I get real nervous at the thought of a pig farm in a place like this. Sort of reminds me of Darkwood. A real pig farm? With actual pigs? Drooling for some pork chops already, huh? The zone is full of boars. Take a bite of one of those and you won't be needing a flashlight anymore. That's how bad you'll be glowing in the dark. The farm has long been abandoned and is now home to some stalkers. They didn't make a good impression on me, though, and I usually trust my gut feeling. What's happening at the factory? We managed to find out there's some kind of vault there. Only it's guarded like Fort Knox. What kind of vault? What's inside it? I don't know, but we dare to step inside. The only thing I do know is that Barov has one half of the key to its entrance. It's a two-key deal, huh? Alright, but down to business. What's with the bandit camp? They settled in an unfinished building straight north of here. The leader is Borov, so we've got to go through them. A real animal. That's why they sent us here. To finish him off. So this was an assassination mission. And what about the gate? Can't figure it out, except it's locked and well guarded. We haven't set foot there. Alright, well, before we do any of that, let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. Another stash in this drainage pipe. We're gonna get some real urbex done today, aren't we? And it's the perfect weather for it. See, the cool thing about urbex during the rain is that you might think that it would be kind of miserable, but actually just the opposite. It feels great to be in these environments and have some kind of shelter. Oh, you guys are here too, eh? No matter. I can deal with you just fine. Anybody else? You're not the most attentive, I have to say. Who else? Are you outside or in? Look, I don't really have too much interest in the most of you. And you haven't begun carrying NATO rifles. I would almost prefer to run into some mercenaries at this point. Seems like ammo is going to be a continuing expense. Is that... Nope. Crate right here with nothing in it. Yeah, I'm assuming that these crates are always here, and they just represent possible stashes. But this place has got to have a basement to it, right? If this is indeed the lab entrance. Hey! How unassuming. Just a locked metal door in the middle of a basement of a small structure. Not even part of the main factory. Although I'm sure it goes underneath it. Okay, well, with this place secured, we now have an outpost to begin our attack from. Where is this last guy? Around this corner? There you are. Come on now. Look at these rows of old machines as the lightning flashes against them. This is my element. This is what I love about these games. Hello? There was just an RPG just on the floor up here. Alright, well, we got that now. I don't know what use we have for such a thing. I think I found one in Call of Pripyat, but I don't think I ever found an actual use for it. Alright, well, we'll keep that in case of some big bad mutant. Now I can't even seem to remember how I got up here. Stash should be hidden somewhere down in here, perhaps? Oh, will we even be able to get out if we fall down? Right there. And we get a slime. Oh, wait. Overpressure rounds for the pistol. Okay, well, that might make this thing useful again. We can switch our ammo type with Y, and there we go. But we also have an opportunity to go... I know I'm just procrastinating, but really, I want to turn over every rock I can. Let's move around you. Yeah, ow. What have we got here? Come on. I can see that locker. Stoneflower. Well, that was worth it. Yeah, I'm assuming this is our best bet for getting in. Get the drop on those bandits. Alright, well, we may have to get a little bit dirty in the process, but that's okay. We've got the anti-radiation drugs. And let's just step into this icky water and climb in. And don't forget to bring a quick save with us. I usually try to avoid having those on camera, the quick saves, but sometimes I just don't feel bad about it in the least. Now the question is, what's going to be the best place to come up? Probably making a lot of noise by walking through like this, right? Picking up at least 6 bad guys and 1 not bad guy. I was picking up a yellow ping on the PDA. Hang on. Is that maybe Duty's missing guy? Now, I'll be honest, at one point I was half a mind to massacre the entire Duty checkpoint on my own, but there's something about people in distress, I just can't leave them. And so it begins. You didn't die. Your buddy did, though. Jammed. Now where is that yellow man? We want to get to them first, out of fear that they may be killed. Take those. Where's the rest of them? I can hear them moving around. You're wounded. You're gonna need help. Die. I'll take that artifact and that one. Now, where's the rest of them? Alright, we should probably attend to you as quickly as possible. Help me out, would you? Yeah, here you go. Thank you. And now we have a companion in taking this place down, right? Let's go. Maybe you were taken down by that sentry in the window. Ambushed, trying to sneak across the yard. Well, you're running off, and not actually helping me at all, so thanks. Thank you for the gratitude. But it seems like you've settled by a couple of bodies over here. And maybe you're not too useless. Streak of blood on the ground. Did you make your way upstairs? Maybe you were using this as an outpost to scout the place? Something definitely went down here. No, you're someone else altogether. Here you are.
Ко мне!
Thanks. You bailed me out for real. If I live long enough to see you again, I'll try to pay you back. Right now, all I can spare is a juicy tip. To the south of here, there's a farm where some easygoing stalkers set up camp. Hearing two very different things about these guys. One of them is selling a Gauss rifle real cheap, just $800. I was gonna buy it, but I got knee-deep in crap. So if you've got the dough, go right ahead. Alright, well that sounds like a scam to me, but, I mean, maybe we can check it out? In any case, we'll want to learn, right? And we've made another friend. But I have a key to grab. Bandits are honestly such a scourge on the zone. Like, we've got enough problems without people who just want to take. And to be honest, I fully get why people see getting rid of them as more or less a form of pest removal. Alright, but none of you are this officer that I'm looking for. I say officer, the leader of this group of brigands. Let's try and grab some of these stashes before we resume the search. There's a very strange anomaly down here. Yep, one of these. Maybe that's not the way to go. Where does this come up? Tunnels connect all these buildings. Wow, the ambiance. The lighting in this game is so impressive, and it adds so much. Alright, but it looks like we're cleaving straight through. Maybe up here can be the ticket? You look like you think you ended up over the railing. Still hear a lot more yelling. Where are you? You know what? Why even deal with it? That's not the right button. Why even deal with it? Oh, come on! I hate the throwing in this so much. It doesn't work more often than it does. Nope. Try now. Now that's what I like. I love it when they just carry random artifacts. Now. Where else are we going? That was dramatic. Where's that yellow ping? The other one is the other guy. Who's the guy in front of us? I also hear you reloading. Question is, what were you even shooting at? I mean, if I had seen you and you had seen me, you'd be dead. The zone truly is an anomalous place. I have to say, though, I am still reading a lot of pings. And that's very, very disconcerting. Yeah. Come on. There we go. 9. 9, 2 of them potentially friendly. And me, not one of them. I'm anything but friendly. But I can never tell where they're shooting at me from. They have very high expectations for their aim, I'll give them that. Must be a whole bunch of them in here, I bet. Yep, this looks like the main factory area. Or at least the main office entrance. Can't tell if that one was down or not. I saw you over here, though. I just can't seem to make a dent in their numbers. And keep in mind, we haven't even penetrated the lab yet. I'm not going to be able to make that. And it seems we're out of grenades. You got any? No. I think one of the ones we killed down there might have actually been our man. It's like whack-a-mole. But, never mind, you are our guy. I'm willing to bet. Because you have a different model, and everyone knows if you're born with a different model, you get to be the leader. Just look at this. My gunfight through this place being occasionally flashed by the lightning through the windows. This is the kind of thing that I really love about S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and I feel like it was really, really good in Call of Pripyat, but there just wasn't enough of it. Here, there's much, much more, yep. And, secret stash under the cross, and we've gotten another objective, actually. Did you not actually have it on you? No, there's a key here. And some ammo, but no... Or rather, a lock here and some ammo, but no key. Not in this chest. You've got a whole bunch of supplies behind there, too. Don't suppose we can... Nope. Alright, so we're gonna have to hunt then. All these supplies under lock and key. We've got to get over there. And I'm not leaving until this place is entirely clear. There are so many amusing deaths to be found in this place. I'm starting to wonder if they didn't do all this just to entertain me. Seems like there's some kind of storage area there. But I'm starting to think this guy must be in the tunnels underneath this place. There you are.
Here, help! Hey, Stoker, help me out. Open the door to this damn cell. The controls are on the wall.
Okay. You must be the missing guy. I don't know who that other one upstairs was, then. I guess they had another one who wasn't accounted for. We gonna have a conversation, or do I have to let you out first? You've really got nothing to say? I mean, all right.
Thanks, bro.
There we are.
You helped me.
I owe you one. Look what I was able to find out. It might prove useful to you, who knows. Borov, the one who calls the shots, that's called past tense, has collected quite a lot of goodies. Yeah, I saw. He's got a piece of the key to the lower level at the old factory. I heard the guards yakking. Said there used to be some kind of lab there. Thing is, getting close to Borov isn't so simple. It's time to get back to our guys. Something tells me we'll be lucky to get out of here alive. Alright, well, you know, good luck. Up! Where'd you go? Come on. Actually, you know what? Now we should be saving our ammo. Now's a good time for the shoot gun. Wait for you to reload! Never mind, just kidding, I surprised you. I've actually read some people say that the shotguns are basically useless in this game. I mean, not at that close range, but, you know, generally. I just love the sound of muffled thunder while in an abandoned building. There's just nothing like it. Yeah, according to this, we got the key to the lab, so the other thing must just be, like, a findable somewhere. That's hilarious. I'm actually able to just loot, like, by reaching my fingers between these slats. Am I actually getting that? It seems like I might be. Well, here's how we gain entry to that breezeway. And we've probably done a lot of good for a lot of people in the process, but That's just the way these quests are arranged. It's never doing just one thing, which is a pretty great way to write. We've got information on such an unreal number of stashes. But to be honest, I should probably be saving my storage for whatever goodies we're going to find down there. I mean, if no one's managed to get in, then it must be an absolute treasure trove, right? And also, we're probably going to need this. I have a right before we go down. Anyway, another thing I'm curious about, is this thing loaded? It appears that it is. If we really, really need to say nope to somebody in particular, that's what we'll do. Well, here we go. I thought it was part of a key, but here we go. That thunder is so ominous when we're down here. Just imagine the air coming out of this. Nobody's been down here for years. I guess we'll find out just what it is this place is hiding that's so important. What was that? Listen to all the water pouring in. We can no longer hear the sound of thunder. But this place still has sounds about it. No way. There can't be bodies here. Pasha Sultan, an expert. Well, apparently he wasn't that much of an expert. I don't know how you managed to get in here with that door locked, but I'm wondering if maybe you couldn't make it out. Maybe this wasn't where you got in. Maybe this was where you tried to leave and failed. Here we are. Here's the dungeon crawling. Now, I'm going to say this now because I don't know if I've mentioned it yet in this series. I'm going to be taking it very slow as well. Notice these lights on, and when I played Call of Pripyat, I thought to myself, why are these still going? What could possibly be powering them? Then I thought maybe there's some kind of nuclear power to the base that's self-sustaining, or not self-sustaining, but just sustaining for a long time. And some of you said that it may actually be an anomalous property of the zone. Maybe they're more of the ghosts of lights. There's some radiation. What's down here with us? We gotta be ready for anything. Even a controller. Oh no, a poltergeist. Okay. Well, let's just wait for them to throw. Come on, come at me. Yep, boom, boom. I figured you'd smash yourselves against the door. Oh, speaking of doors. We need to open that? God, what are we letting out? That's what I love about these spelunking style of urbex. It's the question of these man-made horrors of science locked away, sealed, almost like a tomb. Only whatever's down here is presumably still alive. Not only are we gonna have to deal with it, but we're potentially unleashing it on the world. You tried to distract me with a scary dark room. Can the pieces be picked up as well? I really wish I had a flare or a glow stick or something to toss in there. A bubbling pit of who knows what? Yeah, this is not a good place to be for sure. You know, I don't think I ever experienced something like this in Call of Pripyat, where I was actually a little bit afraid to move forward. I think it's being a little bit more subtle in its environments. Sounds all around us, but no enemies thus far. It's very dark, very tight. Some lights, but only sparingly. Oh! Those look like snorks. And you're moving around. We should try to head you off, or else you'll end up coming out behind us when we least expect it. There you are, yep! I knew it. Come on, die. Seems like as long as we keep backpedaling, you can't really hit us. Unless, of course, we backpedal too much, and you decide to leap. Oh, this place is so very haunted. Maybe a shotgun would be better for you? You weren't called Pripyat, but I've heard tell that shotguns aren't so great in this game. You guys aren't quite worth wasting an RPG on. Did I just see a shadow? Oh, you're moving around. Alright, well, let's wait for you to come back then. And then we'll rush in and grab these artifacts, right? Oh, whatever. Through. And through. Go around. Go around. Oh, there's a corpse right here. It's moving pretty unpredictably. But we got a stash location, and... it's time for us to get out! Oh, that was a challenge. Alright, now, I've got to imagine the reason they didn't go straight for me is because of this, right? Huh. There's distortions in the air, but I can't see any effect from throwing the bolt in. Well, it looked like it did something to the bolt, like there was some kind of aura around it when I threw it in. That rad protection's serving us well right now. It's just, it really feels like we're pulling the lid off of some kind of ancient evil, you know? Gotcha. Oh, wow. Even with our protection, it's right there in the middle. And something big is still stomping about. Okay, this ain't a good place to be. Would it perhaps be wise to start breaking these things? Even in places where there isn't a poltergeist, it places these things because it knows I'll be wary. What is that glow over there? Is that something we've seen before? Crystal. Oh, and it's valuable and very, very good anti-rad properties. It's created when heavy metals fall into the burner anomaly. This artifact eliminates radiation wonderfully. It's highly valued by stalkers, and hard to find. I think we can put you away and replace it with you. Even more rad protection and... ooh. Have we found something here? Well, I guess we're picking up stuff through lockers, but that is the monolith suit. Stalker suit from the monolith faction. The producer is unknown. Its protective properties are slightly worse than the military bulletproof vest. Its structure is similar to the suit popular with neutral stalkers. So if we put that on, how does it compare? Very, very good. Okay, we're keeping it. And if we have to drop it, we'll drop the half-damaged merc suit. Monolith suit, but what is a monolith suit doing down here? You know, in Call of Pripyat, we undertook a quest to get someone to take in the monolith fighters that we found, the ones whose memory had been wiped, but you guys were actually telling me at the time, you really don't understand, unless you played Shadow of Chernobyl, just why no one wants to deal with them. Well, maybe we'll find out. All I know is we just picked up a gun we definitely do not need. But it does have an underbarrel grenade launcher. Oh, which we can actually take with us. Alright, maybe we'll use that for something. Anyway, moving forward. Not a good place to be still. Burner. They're all over. We could just make it. Only just, but it was very, very tight. And we'll have a little bit of a visual warning right before we set it off. A lot of good your suit did you. And is it gonna maybe try and sell me right after this on one? I don't think so. There we are.
Excellent. I'm glad you have been granted level 2 access. To find out what our lab actually does now, your access code is 1243.
Well, we've got that information now. One more grenade. It really is like untangling the world's most dangerous Christmas lights, isn't it, when you make your way through places like this? Some anti-rad drugs, which you don't really need desperately. And now we've got to come back through you. Now the snorks knew the way. Up and over the crate. There's just the smallest sliver of space. But now I think we've got to be prepared for some heavy fighting. I was jump scared by the sound of a lock disengaging. So whatever was going on up there, that was the kid stuff. The Really Deep Dark, which may be SCP-087. What is that noise? Or, sorry, whichever... I always get them mixed up. Whichever SCP is the staircase, you know what I mean. Sounds like maybe electrical anomalies? Wow. This place actually went even deeper, but it's all just been covered in what, as far as I'm aware, is just layers upon layers of elephant's foot, so... maybe I shouldn't be too eager to walk on it. Do you break? You don't look like you break. We really need to deny you ammo. I'd rather not! Seriously, what do we even need a code for if this thing's just gonna break it down? It's gonna keep at it, and you really expect me to open that thing? Oh, no. There's almost nothing I can do about you. Let's just pick directions and keep looking. It just occurred to me, we never even encountered whatever was stomping upstairs, so either this thing could be heard through however much deep of concrete and steel and earth, or something's toying with me and moving deeper into the facility. I feel like there's so much ground to cover. Yep. And not a whole lot of reason to linger. But I want to see everything. An electrical anomaly moving about. And so many long, dark hallways. Ooh. Wonder what's in these. Bandages, I'll take them. I'm hearing more snorks, and I do not like it. You again. So you're probably moving on like a closed loop, right? You just gotta be careful not to run directly into you. But that means that this probably connects back in on itself, right? Last thing I want is to be dealing with you guys while being concussed by this stuff. Did I just get hit through a wall? You perhaps further down? Ow. Ow. What is this? There's something here, with nothing in it, of course. I wonder if stash locations can actually appear down here. Oh, it's exhausting me. I'm not able to move. Well, what can I do about that? Well, I can have a S.T.A.L.K.E.R drink, that's the first thing. It seems like this was left open. Just think. These snorks must be the fate of the staff who were locked down here. When this place was abandoned, it was done in a hurry, and it wasn't fully evacuated. That's not a snork. That is not a snork. What is that? That will definitely not kill you. Oh, it's one of you guys! Oh. You're... What were you called? Are you... Oh, this place is big enough that there could be more. I do not like the sound of that twisting metal echoing off of these walls. We're getting close to something, it sounds like. And somebody tried to defend themselves, it seems. But I'm too heavy to continue. Alright, well, let's unload one of you. And drop. And drop you. Oh, I unloaded both. Well, I only need one. As much as I'd like to sell the other, it's just not going to be viable right now.
Dear colleague, let me remind you that you will be servicing the tanks in the central laboratory starting tomorrow. You must inspect them every 2 hours. Make your reports directly to me. The code to the central laboratory is 9524.
9524. Just imagine the decomposed husk behind that visor. It's almost literal grave robbing at this point. I mean, considering this is essentially a mausoleum to everyone who was left behind. I love little bits of storytelling like this. The team that used to work here, that's the thing, it's this horrifying place now. But to them it was just work. They punched in every day, they did their stuff, and then they came home, had office parties and water cooler conversations. That's something I think about a lot in Urbex, is just being in any place and wondering what it'll be in the future. And nothing in the fridge. I'm gonna do something really stupid. I'm gonna do something real stupid. You can, in fact, close yourself in the fridge. Cool. Well, at least I had a backup plan if all my attempts to kill that thing failed. Nothing to find on you. I wonder if our PDA doesn't maybe have some information on that, because I am rusty on the mutant types, and I do remember fighting a big thing that wasn't actually what I thought it was. I guess killing you doesn't unlock you. Or flesh? No, you're far too big for that. Alright, well look, we've got to get going. There's poltergeists everywhere. You know, I don't know if in-universe it's actually understood how poltergeists work, but... I mean, such a terrifying thing to think about. I mean, it's the closest thing we've got in this game to a straight-up haunting. That doesn't actually seem to hurt me. Actually, wait. Some of you guys in Call of Pripyat... Okay, knowledge from that series is coming back to me now, and it's very valuable. Some of you guys had told me that those things actually are the poltergeists, but I believe the way it worked was changed. It was changed in Call of Pripyat. You're actually citing information from this game. So let's see if we can't deal with them. Of course, now you're nowhere to be found. Where are you? Where'd you go? There we go. Oh, look at you. You actually do hover. So, okay, what appears to be a haunting, just to answer my own question, what appears to be a haunting is actually just a very powerful mutant, using mutations that we've already established from things like the bloodsuckers. You have no interest in fighting me directly. You only care about using the environment to your advantage. Very solitary guys, and honestly, if I didn't need the stuff that's here, I'd be willing to live and let live. If I were a mutant, I would be one of these guys. Thing is, I have no idea where I should be aiming to actually hit you. And I'm wasting a lot of ammo. I might switch to shotguns now. Or maybe... You know, I do need to lose some weight. Once we hear you coming, it may be possible to... Yep! And we can hear all these objects just dropping to the floor. That is beautiful, but there's still one more. I can hear you, yep. Where are you going? In there? Downstairs, even. Alright, wait for you to go back, and... Boom. Oh, wow, the whole room exploded. But it seems like we're still not done. Okay, well, that's about all I'm willing to expend on you, and it was quite a lot that I expended. You know, I just realized I had incentive to hold on to those RPG rounds. You know what? I have a quick save. I just won't make a new one here. Okay, so what was the door code? I honestly don't even remember. The door code was... Come on, you told me this. The door code was 9524. Okay. And just like that, nothing. Wow, this place is all smashed to bits. And already things get quite a bit quieter. Seems even the poltergeists don't want to follow me here. Never mind, it's because they already live here, and what is going on with our vision? Once again, not quick saving, so that I'll have the benefit of maybe being able to get those RPGs back. What are these things? What is all this? Oh no, oh no, oh no, it's trapping me inside. Are you some kind of like fire poltergeist? Those must be the documents. Ow. Yep, just took a chair to the face. I could have been a wrestler. Alright, we need to avoid all this. Avoid. No, it's just two poltergeists. A regular and a mean one. Alright, well, grab the documents. I don't think we're getting out of here. I think this is a death match. On the first aid kit. And we've got to get rounds on target. It's the only thing we've got. But I just don't know where to shoot. That's the problem. Like, where actually is your body? Maybe if we go up through here? It's so hard to sprint because I'm so weighed down. Maybe there is a way out yet. Anything here? No. Those were like green little grown embryos in those tanks. What is it that they were doing here? Alright, let's open these doors. Certainly will help myself to these medical supplies. Ammo, which I don't really need. And nothing in here. No. It's not even a way out. This was just a way to supply me. Well, I guess I'll just have to take it. I don't have a gun for this. Grenades. Yep, that's the way to go, I think. Well, one manual save later. Let's return to this. And see what we can start doing. Please stop playing with that grenade. It's the last thing we need. At least the fire one is going to have to die. This one is actively malicious, I think. What are you doing to me? Come on out. You guys up there? Yep, that's what I thought. It's gonna be real hard to deal with you in this way. Grenades are not how we do this. Come on, maybe your electrical boy is up there? Ow. What's going on?
S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Not a good time to be low on ammo. Did we just unlock a memory by, well, defeating one of the two poltergeists? Well, I guess they're both gone now, but it seems that word got around that the place was open now, and the military wants to sweep, and they are coming for us. So let's... I was going to say grab whatever we can. We'll open this cabinet up just because it may become necessary to switch to one of their weapons. But first, let's greet them the old-fashioned way. Maybe I shouldn't have killed so many of these mutants on my way down here. Let's make our way up and keep an ear out. I got 4 PDAs. I should be able to handle that with what I have! Oh, wow! You guys are bullet sponges. That armor is nuts! Are you using a different kind of weapon? I think these are the ones that were for sale, right? The ones that were for sale by... Oh. No. These might be the ones that were for sale by Barkeep, but... they're not what we need. Yep. We've got to go for headshots. Then again, I was kind of panic firing. Maybe that damage reduction effect was in full use there. 2 more of you. Yep, it was an ambush. You guys were waiting for me. Good thing that door is so thick. How about your skulls? Didn't kill you. One more. One more. I mean, if I round a corner and he's there, he's gonna kill me. Very dangerous in close range. Turns out this elite 4-man squad is all it takes. You guys are a lot tougher than the regular military. You're veterans. Yep, that's what I thought. But what do we learn? Controlled headshots are still all it takes, even in spite of all your armor. Well, I think I'm ready to get going. We better be rewarded handsomely by Barkeep.
Base, this is 034. We're right above the target. Roger. Start the action. 032, Roger. On the roof it is.
This is not what I needed.
Marked 1. The bandit base was attacked by the military. The entrance to the garbage is blocked, but there is an old road to the south. You can use it, but you want to be careful. Good luck.
An old road to the south. Okay, got it. So we are not to try and fight this. It's a good thing there's some bandits to distract them. As soon as this place opens, now everybody wants a piece. Is it going to be like this for every place we go? I mean, it seems like this is more or less what happened with Agroprom. All this fighting for whatever might be down there. That's the thing. They don't even know what it is they're doing all this for. It's just for the chance to find out. Alright, ignore you, ignore you, ignore you, all of you, all of you! I could take you, but I just don't have the ammo. Just eat the food, because we never use it. Have a stalker drink. Avoid the helicopter. Oh, maybe we should have gone the bridge way. I don't think we can get under it. Even the stalker snack doesn't help us too much here. Don't have time for you guys. Although headshots from this thing are surprisingly effective against you. And let's just get as far away from that noise as we possibly can. I came in here thinking I was a hotshot, but I'm leaving with my tail between my legs. 27 bullets to my name after stocking up. Actually, we do... Oh no, we've already used the AP rounds. Going out through all this, but it's definitely preferable to where we came from. I hope those duty guys got out okay. This is all we can do. I know I keep saying this, but the story is so much more present in this game. Are these those funny guys by the farm? They claim to have a Gauss rifle for sale, but if they are gonna backstab me, which it seems more likely than not that they will, I don't have the ammo to deal with it. Hey, want an awesome gun? Found a little something near Yantar. A stash, I guess. There was this Gauss rifle, among other things. I tell you, this thing rocks. Anyone within 100 meters of it is as good as dead. You can have it for just 800. You know what? When I'm in a better mood. I mean, you're really not even gonna let me see it? It's just that I am gonna massacre you and all your friends if you try to screw me, so I really want to be prepared for that. Right now, I just don't even have the carry weight, even if it is real. But it seems that the bandits repopulating like fungus has actually served a useful function for once, providing a distraction for me to escape from. Hopefully, I'm carrying what it is they're looking for down there. Just out of spite, I really want them to come away empty-handed. But something tells me they'll be able to do more analyzing the place than I ever could. Oh wow, these gates actually have physics. That didn't look like a tunnel, but this game does abstract some of the distance. Now, where are we? We are all the way down here. Heading back to the car park with the bandit encounter that apparently never ended.
Hey, Marked 1, it's great to see you're alive and even had time to stop by. Come inside. There's something interesting coming up that I want to talk to you about.
Do you now? Well, anything that stops us from having to cross back over the cordon for a while. Oh, great. You know, guys, it really isn't a good time. I'm all out of RPG rounds, and it would be so funny to use one of them on you. Oh, well, I guess if you line up, I can make this work. No? You decided you've had your fill? Me too for the day. Guess I can't blame you.
Получай, скотина!
What a funny noise. Alright, seems like you don't know your way around yet. that's a laugh being back here. Yeah, I don't understand why this objective won't complete. I'm only seeing one PDA ping, and that's you. I feel like we're seeing much bigger and badder mutants. Have I actually unleashed something? Maybe the word didn't get around. Maybe it's a simple case of I caused something that got their attention. And my other question is, just what is it about eliminating those things that caused me to experience that vision? I mean, maybe it was just the trauma of what was going on around the room that jogged my memory, but I don't know. It's pretty clear that something is going on here, and it's causing me for the first time in a while to think about what that tattoo actually means. Hey, you actually... Fanatic. You're not the guy from before. Listen up, Marked One. You'll come in handy. We could really use some help. Go on. I'm Fanatic, and I'm filling in for Leader since Wolf left. A few mercs came by here yesterday, and they were tough, let me tell you. They come here and start making serious demands. You've got 1 day to clear this camp out. It's gonna be our new base. Tonight they're coming back, and as you can imagine, they won't be in the mood for a chat. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna set up an ambush, because our direct attack would probably be the end of us. They've got the fighting gear and everything. Plus, they're trained in tactics like you can't even imagine. All we've got here are little boys. So we've decided to just sit tight in these houses and make it look like we're gone. Then, when the right moment comes, we attack. Fighters like you are just the thing we could use right now. And we'd make sure to thank you properly after it's all over. You know we're good for it. So what do you say? Will you help us out? I'm not ready quite yet. Oh wait, no. Okay, yeah, no, okay, we can do it later. I was really worried that I had missed the opportunity. It's just I have no opportunity right now because I have no ammo. What have you got for me? And it better be good.
You got the loot?
Oh, I got loot and then some. So, you paid X-18 a visit. Got the documents? Right here. Well, well. I see. Now that's interesting. Very interesting. If I told anyone, they wouldn't believe me. Yeah, well, you just look at that. I didn't expect this. Well, here, take these back and give them to barkeep. And I owe you for your efforts. 1,000. 1,000. And here's this for the camp elimination. I've also got a whole ton of artifacts to sell you. I haven't found anybody who will take the dogtail, maybe the scientists. But you will take the grenade launcher, maybe I should keep it, I don't know. I can sell you the old merc suit, the monolith suit, still worth quite a bit, even with some damage. And 2,000 for the RPG. Information from X-18. Oh, wait, is it kicking off now? Hang on, wait. What do I... 7 bullets to my name. That can't be... Oh, it is! It is them! Okay, okay, grenades out. Grenades out. Deny them the entrance. Oh, that's not good. Medkit, Controlled shots. I might have to get in there with a shotgun to make this happen. 2 down. 1 bullet left. Okay, I need shotgun. I need shotgun and overpressure pistol. Bang! Was that all of them? Veteran mercenary. Oh, they're separate from the other guys. They're using different weapons and everything. Alright, how many of ours did we lose? Hopefully not more. Bruh, you slept through a whole thing. Look at this. He just wakes up like, oh god. Friggin' Mondays, right? Anyway. That was your wake-up call. Could have really used you during that whole thing, but, It seems like those early grenades were actually quite effective. Wow, this could have been so much worse. Oh, it's a good thing I heard those shots. But, did we come out of it clean? Something tells me probably not, right? I think I might have seen one of my guys go down. Am I not going to get credit for this because I didn't agree right away? There's two of ours. But things could have been a whole lot worse. You know, it seems like you forgot about the ambush plan. Just because I wasn't here for it doesn't mean... forget it. That wasn't even it? Oh my... Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. I'll pick up one of their guns, grab their ammo, and we'll fight off the next thing that comes our way, alright? I'm preparing for the fight. I'll put most of the hopeless rookies in houses and basements and tell them not to move. Otherwise, they might just slaughter our troops. You and me and a couple other decent shots will take the best positions to have an eye on the area around the fire. As soon as they come close, we let the bullets fly from everywhere. They'll be coming from the bridge, and I don't think we'll have to wait long. So find yourself a hiding place within it with a view, then wait for my command. Take a look around, but remember that your odds aren't as good in the open. It's your call. I'm just wondering, is this going to be one of those things that's bugged forever now? I mean, now that we killed all the mercenaries, like, are more of them going to come, or what? Well, for now, I guess I'm just going to consider this one as dealt with? I mean, the objective over here, according to the PDA, lists these as the mercenaries, so maybe this just wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe this triggered early. I don't know. But since we do have a moment, let us sit in this dull, abandoned house. I can almost feel the moisture on the walls. And against the patter of the rain, find out what it was we actually retrieved from the X-18 lab. Chief of Security. Yesterday, the experiment almost got out of control. 24 test subjects broke out and vandalized 2 laboratory rooms. Fortunately, the research personnel were able to lock themselves upstairs. We were ordered to clear the main laboratory room. In the course of the operation, 3 guards suffered bites. Hopefully they'll be okay. I wish the experiment to soon be over. And last stage of the experiment. Yesterday, we delivered a new modulation of psi emissions to the test subjects. It appears as though their brains simply got roasted. I can hardly imagine how this emission would affect humans. We've tested every type of emission, and the results match those obtained in other laboratories. The experiments can now be considered complete. Presumably, in a week's time, we'll be ready to conduct the experiment on larger creatures. We saw the effects of that, didn't we? Lab X-18 wasn't fun, nor its current residents. I didn't think things like that existed. I found some documents. I didn't understand much of what was written in there, except that they contained technical specifications for some components for Kamenov emitters. What's interesting is that the parts were destined for another lab, codename X16, and it's probably a secret too. There's always another lab, isn't there? And for how early we are, I'm guessing this is just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know what it means, but I think it's something I've seen before. Were you maybe part of his group? Huh. Well, it seems that the rain has died down. Well, I guess clearer skies are one good thing to carry us forward after the rainy weather all day. You know, there was an entry in my PDA that said crows were the only normal creatures to have survived in the zone. We've got a lot to think about, and a lot to push forward, but I'm starting to think we have a much more personal connection to this S.T.A.L.K.E.R than I was thinking before. The way he turns around and says S.T.A.L.K.E.R to us almost makes it sound like we are S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Now that would be quite a twist. The only thing that sort of refutes that is, why did this PDA say kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R? And why would we put it that way if we realized that we needed to destroy ourselves? And then again, we did wonder out loud if this was even our PDA, so I don't know. The plot is certainly thickening, and it's only going to thicken even more the deeper we go into these labs. And I am here for it. But that'll be next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.